Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Watch the JHS Bass Fishing Team live on Main Street TV Facebook and Total Media YouTube on Saturday.
Here we have the big bass, another over 15 inches.
And this stream is brought to you by Clark Law Office, Iron City Pipe and Supply, Raccoon Creek Outfitters, Coad, Hothead Burritos, Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am of Jackson, Search, Mike's Bait and Tackle, Brown Brothers Lube and Oil, Village Haircutters Barbershop, and Mayhew Brown Funeral Home.
Well, good morning, everyone. Happy rainy Tuesday.
Good
What
morning.
the heck is going on out there? And welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where we have some very special guests here in the studio today. And you were here not too long ago with a kind of a different subject, if you will. But we have, of course, our good friends Tim Jackson and Susie Emmert back to talk about something else cool that the Rotary is doing. You were here talking about the
Rotary show.
the Rotary show. Oh gosh, what, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago,
Something
yes.
like that. Yeah, and then so now we've moved on to a new project. So welcome.
Welcome. Good morning.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having us.
Oh, of course. Y'all are welcome anytime, you know that. I think since you're the singing group though, that you should have to sing a song.
No.
Not before 10 a.m.
Yeah, we're in the union. We're in the union. You'd have to pay us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha. All right. I'll let you pass this time.
We
So,
appreciate that.
Yeah. So you all started a project, and I want to know, because I can't remember exactly how it got started, but you started a project, I guess now 4 years ago,
Correct.
in Wellston for the Rotary called the Field of Heroes, and it's something that's gotten bigger and better every year, and I don't think, well, maybe not better. I mean, like larger
and
cooler.
breathtaking.
Yes, more extravagant.
Yes, that's
Yeah, because it was better when you first started. But let's talk about the Field of Heroes for a moment, and how did it get started? And then we'll, kind of tell everybody what it is.
in 2021. While I was president of Rotary Wellston, Dorothy Riepenoff had gone to another field to see what they had done, and she came to us and said, "What do you think of this idea?" And we were all like kind of nervous about it to begin with. And the more we looked at it, we thought,
I don't know.
this is going to be a great idea. So we thought, we'll give it a try first year, see what we do. So we shot for doing 100 flags. So in
Yes.
2021, we had 100 flags, and the sponsorship went out the door quickly. So each year it's increased. Last year we did 200 flags, and this year we're shooting for 250 flags.
Wow. And you guys have such a perfect spot there in Wellston to do this, where you can't miss it. If you drive through Wellston, you cannot miss this Field of Heroes. And let's talk, Susie, can you kind of talk about what it is?
What the Field of Heroes does is you can honor someone in your family. It can either be military, first responders, anybody in your family that's made an impact on your life. You can sponsor a flag for $50, and you can put 2 names on there. You're limited 2 names per plaque. And it's just, we've had people from out of state.
Mhm.
I don't know if we've had anybody from out of the country yet, but I know that we've had
Hey,
several
it's
people
a
out
new
of
goal.
state.
Yes, that's our goal.
But it's just overwhelming and breathtaking.
Mhm.
Just, there's no words to describe it. I guess if you're on Facebook, you can go to our Wellston Rotary page, and there should be a drone video with music and
Oh,
everything. It's
Hayden?
beautiful.
He's
Absolutely
on it.
beautiful.
I think you have a picture though, don't you, pulled up? Or that you can pull up there just so we can kind of get a little taste of what that looks like there. Okay. And so Dorothy kind of came back with this idea and you're like, "Oh my
Correct, yeah.
gosh, we are going to have to figure out how to do this." So then what happened?
We figured out what we want to do, how we wanted to go about it, and there in the picture you can see what the plaque looks like honoring your loved one. And we thought, what a better way to do than just slowly adding to this. And the Black Diamond Lodge has partnered with us to do the drilling of the holes and putting the bases in for the flags themselves. And it's just taken off like gangbusters. We can't be more proud of it in Wellston. But I also want to stress the fact that it's a community event. It's not strictly for the city of Wellston. It's for anyone in the country, the state, the county who wants to honor
Okay.
someone, just someone who's impacted them.
You know, and that's the thing. Like you said, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be in the military. You don't have to be anything, certainly. It could be anybody that you care about or that you want to honor.
Mhm.
Correct. My dad passed away right before the first one, and I do one in his memory each year.
That's wonderful. So this is, if you don't know, it's right where the high school used to be,
Correct.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, at the intersection of South Penn and East 6th Street.
Okay, so if you drive in Pennsylvania Avenue, which is also what 93,
93.
if you drive into Wellston, doesn't matter which direction you're coming from. If you remember where the high school was, kind of right there in the middle of town, there's a big field there now, and that's where this is held.
Yes. We've got to set up a timeline to do it. So if you're walking by or driving by, stop by and say hi to everybody. On Monday the 20th, we're going to actually drill in the holes and putting the anchors in. And then on Wednesday the 22nd will be installing the flags themselves. And then on Thursday the 23rd, we're going to have the opening ceremonies at 6 p.m. And we're going to have the posting of the colors by the American Legion Post 371 of Wellston. We're going to have a prayer. We're also going to have a guest speaker to be announced. And then people will be able to give them that whole weekend during Memorial Day to see the flags. We walk around, get out, walk through the flags, see everybody, read the names. That's what it's there for. It's an interactive event for you to go and look and see, take pictures, just to be a part of it.
You know, and this sounds so really strange, but I feel like this would be the same thing. Like sometimes just for exercise and to clear my head. In Jackson, we have Fairmount Cemetery. It is very hilly, and it's a beautiful location. So sometimes I just go up there and walk all around. And people think I'm crazy, but I honestly, I love walking by and seeing people, and then you can you have all these memories that you have with
Yes.
those humans and how they impacted your lives and stuff. And I feel like that's kind of what this is. You can walk through, you can look at all those plaques, you can be like, I know this person and this is how they impacted my life one way or the other.
Yeah, or see someone, family member, and say, I remember him. And
Yeah.
it brings back a lot of memory, and it's kind of cathartic just to walk through and look.
It is. It's peaceful.
Yes.
Which is kind of opposite of what you would think sometimes, but it is.
Last year, we got some really good pictures at dusk, and we always try to have someone playing taps at dusk.
That's
And
cool.
normally my daughter does it if we don't have anybody else, and she'll go up there and play taps, and she does the echo thing, and it's really as the sun's going down, it just gives you chills.
Oh yeah, I'll bet. That is so cool. All right, so let's talk about the logistics of this thing. So this is kind of sponsored by the Rotary Club,
Correct.
put on by the Rotary Club. I want to know how you get the line straight.
We actually, Ryan Stroud comes and the Black Diamond Lodge, we set down ropes that are marked off every 10 feet, and we actually mark it with spray paint on the grass. Then we come through with an auger and drill the actual hole, and then the spike is about 8-10 inches that goes down that the flagpole fits into. It's quite the ordeal.
I was
It
going to say, now this sounds really simple, but
We've got it down to a
not.
science. We've got it down to a science.
Okay.
He and I both have gotten carpal tunnel by putting flags together. How many did we put together that one year?
We did the first
We did the
100. We
first
did all of them
100.
ourselves.
Put the
two of
flags
us.
together
Yes.
all
Yes.
Yeah, they come in a box and you get to put the whole thing together.
Yeah. the little anchors and everything goes on the poles. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was, but it was well
It was
worth
worth
it.
it. It was
Have
It
you
was
all
really
not
worth it.
learned how to delegate since then?
And no, COVID was going on, and they were delivered to us, so it was just easier for us to do.
Yeah,
it
no,
with
that
COVID.
makes total
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now-
you picked a heck of a year to start this whole
I know,
situation.
and it worked out really well too because
Well, it was outside, right?
That's why I
So-
kind of pushed it. Most
Mhm.
inside stuff was canceled or closed, and we were one of the few outside events going on that wasn't a festival that could be held.
I think that's absolutely amazing. And if you and I've always said this, Oak Hill has the Festival of Flags, and like the very first time I drove down through there, and I laugh about this. This is one of those where Dad called me and said, "Hey, I need you to go do a remote," and I said, "I don't know how," and he said, flip this switch, grab a microphone, and go." And I'm like, okay. I got a lot of those when I was like late in high school and in college. Like, I don't have anyone else to go, so you go. But I remember the very first time that I drove down to Oak Hill and saw those flags lining the street, and I just remember that feeling. Like, it was just such a cool feeling. And that's kind of what this is as well.
Correct. It's
Same thing.
nothing better to bring out patriotism than the flag and to honor
Right.
people for the Memorial Weekend than the American flag.
Exactly.
And just to see those all there together in that one field just kind of takes your breath at first when you look at it and say, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It does.
And all of these memories and thoughts about, these humans and all of that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it
all
is.
the thoughtfulness that comes into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So the 4th annual Field of Heroes. Did you find that video? Oh, well, let's do that. That's really cool. Hayden found a video of the taps. So that's really fun. We'll play that in 1 second, he says.
Excellent.
That's pretty
Yes,
cool.
I
it
got
is.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
And for us to be able to tie our Field of Heroes into the Memorial Day celebration in Wellston, the American Legion has their parade at 10 a.m. when it steps off, and it's going to stop at the Field of Heroes. And they're
Oh,
going to be
cool.
laying a wreath, and they're going to retard the collars, and the band's also going to play. So it's going to be part of the community celebration with it also.
We also have a
Love
flag.
that.
There's also a flag there for the unknown soldiers.
Yes, there's a large flag.
Very cool. This is so neat. Okay, so the logistics of this are the 4th annual, of course, Field of Heroes, the Old Wellston High School lot. And how long will the flags be on display?
They'll be taken down on Wednesday, May the 29th.
Okay, so they'll go from Thursday, May 23rd until Wednesday. So almost a week.
Correct,
Mhm.
yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you have plenty of time to
Come
go
by and see it.
and check it out.
Yes.
All right, very good. And so okay, number one, do you all need help? Like, do you need volunteers to help put this whole thing together, or do you have the manpower so
We already
far?
have our team set up and everybody ready to roll. We're just waiting for the date to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also are still accepting like flags, like people to
Correct.
sponsor.
Actually, we don't open the sponsorship till tomorrow. Tomorrow's our first day to start doing it.
Oh,
You're
that's
our-
probably
you're our-
why you're here today,
Correct.
isn't it?
You
Oh
are
my
our first
God.
show, Jennifer. That's why we're here today. But yeah, you can meet
Nothing gets past me.
any Wellston Rotarian. You can also go on the Rotary Facebook page where there's a link that you can do it online. They're going to be selling at the Wellston lot, on the 8th and the 14th, starting
Okay.
at 4:30. There'll be a tent set up there that you can stop by. Just give any of us a shout. We'll get forms to you. They're going to be everywhere. We're looking at putting one in the newspaper also. And just if you're interested, just reach out. Someone will tell you how to get a hold of someone.
Okay, very good. That's it's not hard to find somebody.
Correct.
No.
So okay, so if you've had a flag in the past, how does that work?
We have a list that we've sent out a letter saying welcome VIP, return, and the form's there for you. And all you have to do is either call, say yes, I want to continue, or not, and then we put the others for general sponsorship after that.
Okay, so the people that have already done it get first dibs on
Correct,
it,
yes.
and then so on and so forth. But I mean, it's kind of infinite, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, however many people want to sponsor is however many you're going to put out there.
And we can always add extra if we go past our 250. We try to do our increment of 50 each year just to see how it's going, and it really seems to be taking off. And that's why we're here today, just to get people to sponsor their loved ones with us.
It's very important that you get your sponsorships in right away. So if we do surpass that 250 mark,
Yeah.
we would be able to get some flags.
So you have time to get the flags
Yeah,
for sure.
It takes about 5 days to get an order in. So if we need to
Okay.
order more.
All right, and let's talk about pricing for a moment, and how do you pay and all of that stuff.
You have 3 options of paying. You can either pay check or cash to a Rotary member, or you can go online to our Facebook page, and there's an online where you can pay online, go through the Square app.
Okay.
We'll even come to your house. Reach out to us. We'll come get you. We'll come to you. Please.
That's full service.
And again, May the 8th, which is a Tuesday, and May 14th, which is May the 8th is Wednesday, and 14th is Tuesday. We'll be up there at the field selling
you can just
sponsorships.
stop
You just
by.
stop by. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So let's talk about pricing for a moment. Do you have all that there with you, or?
A single is $50 for one sponsoring one flag. Those are our sponsorships. The community one is $250, and you get 2 flags. You also get listed into our sponsors banner, and then we have the patron that is $500, and then we have the Stars and Stripe that is $1,000, and there's different levels of stuff to go with that. And we've already got our first Stars and Stripe with the American Legion Post 371 of Wellston, and we just had a pledge from Jennifer here to be one also. So you guys call Jennifer and say, hey, Rotary needs that check.
Call the Total Media front desk. They said, do you want a sponsorship? I'm like, sure. I don't write the checks. I don't care. Somebody just fell out of their desk. But no, so the patron sponsors $500, and you get 3 flags in honor of your heroes, patron recognition at the Field of Heroes, your name or logo on the sponsor poster, on the Rotary website, social media, and in the newspaper, and an 8x10 picture of the Field of Heroes.
Yes.
That's fun. And then the Stars and Stripes. That's the big whammy.
That's the big one, yes.
That's the big kahuna. $1,000, 5 flags, patron recognition at the Field of Heroes, your name or logo on the sponsor poster on the Rotary website, social media, and in the newspaper, and that 8x10 picture of the Field of Heroes. So that is so very, very cool. And of course, it's just kind of to honor somebody that you want to honor.
Correct. And that frame photo is breathtaking of the field. It's from a drone. It's overhead. The one last year was right before a thunderstorm came through, and the clouds were beautiful. And just, well, I'll personally bring it to you. I'll bring the pictures to you.
Hey, you write the money, honey.
Yeah.
He'll bring it to you.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So, what does this project like? So, what does it do? People, I know, and I guess we're talking about the Rotary, so I know you help kids, you help, local community members. So does this go toward that as well?
Correct. All funds raised from this goes to our scholarship fund. This year, we're awarding $6,000 in scholarships to Wellston graduating seniors.
Holy moly.
We also do the book club at Bundy Elementary, where each student is given 3 books. We do polio eradication program, the Polio Plus program,
Yes.
to help end polio itself. The Rotary Show goes to that also for that. And we also do the senior banquet for our seniors of the month. We have a meal for them and to recognize them.
Great.
So we try to get very interactive with the students. We have our Interact Club that is also very active at Wellston High School.
Oh, so talk about that for a moment.
They are like junior Rotarians.
Like little baby Rotarians.
Yes, junior Rotarians, and they are very active with different things. They help with the toy drive for the fire department, things at the school. They have a mentoring program, and they're just very active as future Rotarians.
You're teaching them service, right?
Service above self.
Yep. Ahead of time.
Yeah.
Very cool. And the one thing that I will say is, and I'm sure our sweet Hayden over there can attest to that, is I feel like our youth now are, whether it be by force, I don't know, or by their own will, so involved more in the community and community service and things like that than we ever were, or whatever. It just wasn't a thing.
That's when I was in high school and when God was in second grade.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
Like when we rode our horses
Yes,
to
and
school.
walked uphill both ways.
Both ways,
You
barefoot.
guys are
Yeah.
younger than me. Come on.
Yeah. So, but now when it became a requirement for graduation with community service, we see that once students got involved, that they're like, "Hey, we like this. We see why these old
Correct.
people do this."
Yeah, like it makes you feel good and
Right.
it's fun. And a lot of times you get to experience something you wouldn't
Correct. And
otherwise and meet people.
the new people and think, "Who are these people?" We see them out and about. Now we know them, and hey, they're pretty harmless.
Yeah.
And this is our hope that many years from now, there'll be somebody here to carry on
Correct.
the Field of Heroes.
Absolutely, because it's such a wonderful, beautiful project. And so when Hayden was trying to find some pictures to put up there, he stumbled across the one in Westerville.
Yes.
And I know it's probably been going on for quite some time, but it
yeah.
looked like completely extravagant as well. And I think they have a whole festival around
Yes,
their situation, but so cool. So it's just one of those things that you want it to get bigger and better every single year. And I can see that happening
Yeah.
to where it's like kind of creating a monster.
That's kind of our goal, is to one day have the whole field covered in flags
Yes.
and have a festival built around the Field of Heroes.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
I'm
Like I
there.
Like I say, I hope we get the 250. I'll be thrilled if we get more. Next year, I'd like to see us have no less than 275.
Okay. Well, we're going to shoot for that. And so here's the thing. If you want to sponsor this, again, number one, it's like win-win for everyone. I feel like you guys always come in with win-win
That's
stuff.
what we try.
Yeah. Of course, if you do this sponsorship, you are, celebrating a loved one or honoring them. You're being part of creating this absolutely beautiful Field of Heroes. But of course, the money that you send is going to help local kids and a whole lot of other local people that will be very, very appreciative.
Yes, all funds go back into the community.
Yeah. And the Rotary is very, very fun there in Wellston. And they are what is it you call yourselves? The singing club?
The singing club.
Yes. And they have a lot of fun there. So if somebody is interested in talking to you about joining, how do they do that? And where do you meet and all that stuff?
We meet at Grace Baptist Church on Wednesdays at noon. And if you want to join, just come to a meeting, talk to any Rotarian. Just ask anybody in town, "You're a Rotarian?" Yeah, we can tell you where to go from there.
They'll tell you where to go
Yes.
in a good way.
In a good way, yes, in a good way. And we're more than welcome. Everybody come join us. If you just like to sit in the meeting, see what goes on, meet new people, get involved with the community, it's a great way with Rotary of Wellston.
Yeah, it is. And again, win-win. It's fun. They have fun. They sing. They do good.
We eat lunch.
They eat, which is even more
And
fun.
even better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, can you talk about, just one more time before I let you get out of here? Can you talk about the kind of how that ties in with the Wellston celebration? You said there was a parade and all that stuff.
Memorial Day on Monday the
'Cause
27th.
this is over Memorial Day weekend, duh.
So at 10 a.m., the American Legion Post 371 of Wellston sponsors the parade each year.
Is this on Saturday?
This is on
On Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day.
Monday,
Actually,
yes,
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, Monday.
Okay.
Yes. And the parade kicks off at 10, and they come up South Penn, and they'll be stopping at the field, probably 20 after, give or take, and they'll be retiring the collars that are put up with the flag for the unknown soldier. The band will be there, and they're playing national anthem, and I think they may be doing another number. I'm not certain. And then they're also
Awesome.
going to lay a wreath for the unknown soldier.
Okay.
And then
very
they'll
good.
continue on to the cemetery where they have the actual ceremony and that type of stuff at, I'm drawing a blank on the cemetery.
Ridgewood.
Ridgewood, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's only been there for 700 years. It's
Yes,
fine. What a just kidding. So who all participates in the parade?
Oh my gosh. Obviously the Wellston Band, Colfest, or well, I'm sorry, Ohilco. Ohilco
we're back to
Queens.
Ohilco.
Yes.
No, Ohio Hill Country is.
Ohio Hill Country.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
The
Scout
Wellston Festival.
Yes.
Scout troops. Last year, the Wellston cheerleaders carried a huge American flag that while the ceremonies were going on, they held the flag up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I'll bet.
You know, and just anybody that wants to be in the parade.
It's open to the community. Line up at the American Legion post
Mm-hmm.
and just come join the parade.
And contact them for any further details. And
So the American Legion post would be the person to contact
Correct.
about
The
the,
parade.
the
Be on the parade,
contact
yes.
about the parade. But I love how this all ties together because that's how it should be. And I'm with you. Wouldn't it be so fun if you had like an entire huge festival surrounding this whole situation?
Some street food and vendors and
Yeah.
just a community to come out and see each other and say, hey,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like a Hallmark movie moment.
there we go.
Who
Who would play you? Who would play you?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know who would play you.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
I love that.
Me too.
All right. Well, who plays Susie?
Kathy Bates.
I was gonna say that. We really hope the best for you.
I appreciate it. I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah, and I guess while you're here and we have a few minutes, tell everybody a little bit about you and your family and yourself and all that stuff.
Oh, like I said, I grew up in Nelsonville. I have 2 children.
Okay.
Yep. One is freshman in college taking welding, and I told Alan, you have a future higher potential there.
There you go. Yes.
And my daughter is a junior, so she'll be graduating next year, and she'll be headed off, she says, to Georgia. And some art school thing that my mind doesn't wrap around because I'm not that young.
So she's all into art.
Yes, she loves it. And so there's a particular school down there in Georgia that offers that program. It's supposed to be one of the best in the country. So
Very cool.
I need to be making a lot of sales to pay for that college.
All right. To help a brother out here, our friend Tad here needs your help to send the daughter to college.
Two in college, right? Will be
College, yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And so, yeah, that would be a good thing. All right. Hayden, do you have that video pulled up for us?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, do you want to just be gone for the day? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. And this will not be the first or last time that you stop by.
I don't know about that.
It will be. I'm telling you, you will be. I'm very persuasive.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well, have a great day and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Have a good day, everyone.